want to give Villa short shrift here.
Just one last on Enzo.
Always the Enzo.
No.
Always
you
the
don't
Chelsea.
have a problem with the
You're
celebration.
showing your London bias.
You don't have a problem with the shirt, the celebration, right?
Do I have a problem with it?
Yeah, it's an amazing goal. So after that, I can understand after weeks of frustration.
You take a booking, which could cost your suspension later in the fight. I mean,
if it's good for Messi, it's good for me. It's good for Enzo, surely.
first of all,
this is the Messi celebration, right?
All right.
If he had scored a tap in, he would not have done it. He would not have done it.
None of this. Did you just say it was good for Messi?
If Messi...
Yeah. Okay, we don't mention Enzo and Messi unless we're reading the Argentina
say if it's
lineup.
good for Messi, it's good for me. That's what I said.
Maybe good for you, but not good for Enzo.
I
don't care about that part. I don't associate.
No problem with the celebration.
I do think a little bit with the I'm staying here. Yeah, we said obviously you're staying here, but also I also wonder how seriously do we? Because remember the last time he did the celebration. Oh, I'm staying here.
At Benfica, yeah.
He was at Benfica, right?
Yeah.
After the initial bid.
Yeah, 2 days later he left. Yeah.
So I don't really take seriously what he says. Yes, he's staying here because the window is closed.
Yeah,
and he's going to be here.
But Enzo can't be happy. Right? Any of those Chelsea players, I know they won last night. Great for them. They're in the 5th round of the FA Cup, right? But nobody is happy, right? Right now, in that this is not where they should be. 11th in the table. They lost more games than they've won in the Premier League this year. This is not where they want to be. So you could understand if some of those players thinking like, "Hey, I'm here, but really, this is not."
You're just pursuing the media agenda against Chelsea because when Liverpool lose, as Pochettino says, I don't hear anything. No,
they lose as much.
No, of course they're not happy, and I think they feel they let a lot of people down. They let the club down.
Yeah.
They've let the fans down. They've let their manager down, and
but
they want to do better.
There are rumors about future. That's what I mean. It always comes. If they were second in the league and doing well, there would be no rumors about them leaving.
But you don't start the rumors after the window closes, is what I'm saying, right?
True.
So I think you can put that on the shelf. I think it's encouraging they got a reaction. Now they need to build on it. Because a lot of times with Chelsea, to be fair, they have had spurts where they played well enough.
Yeah, of course.
But then something goes bad, and then they kind of crumble, right? And here it was kind of the reverse. They crumbled, and now they showed a reaction. I think that's what Poch needs to build on because they played really, really well.
Sure.
Now, Villa, okay. You want to give them a pass and say, oh, it's hard to come back when you give up an early goal. Like, yeah, I know. But Wolves managed to do it and put 4 past Chelsea after conceding first.
Sure.
I was a bit surprised that Emery, who normally is, tactically pretty sharp, except in that Newcastle game when they lost 5-0. But he didn't kind of work out what was going on. It was almost like he didn't expect that setup.
Yeah. But when you're chasing the game, again, I think we go back to the early goals. I think it's hard to change your setup when you're a goal down already and you just need to come back into the game.
Okay, but
I just thought they like...
You say this, right? But I think the obvious thing, right? Tielemans is getting nowhere, right? So then obvious thing might be, hey, I'm a goal down, then 2 goals down. What if I bring on a winger, since I got Diaby on the bench and Diaby I paid a lot of money for, and Zaniolo on the bench, and then I can move McGinn, and I can change McGinn's position, and I can go back to the system that I played most of the year.
Subs were poor.
That would have been an obvious
But
thing.
He looked clueless. I mean, he was usually for him, he was standing up a lot in his area. He was sat a lot, almost like I don't really know what's happening. I can't really understand what's happening. And it's probably a fair reaction in a way, considering how good Villa have been all season, especially at Villa Park. And I think he was probably a bit shocked by how good Chelsea were in general, how well they started, how aggressive they were, and maybe how not aggressive his own team was.
Yeah, I was shocked too watching it on television, but you know what? I'm not the Villa coach on the sidelines who,
fair enough.
He's been there before.
Yeah.
I wonder too because from the Villa players' perspective, I think Emery needs to work quickly to make sure that that there isn't fallout from this, in the sense that there isn't a situation where, oh wow, maybe we're really not that good. No, you have to keep believing you're that good. You're in 4th place in the Premier League for a reason.
Yeah.
Go back, study what you did wrong, and then come back. And that's the one thing I don't know about, just given the nature of the lack of reaction.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, since the turn of the year or like start of January, they drew out Everton 0-0, didn't score. And they could have scored in that. Yeah, but still. Then there's that draw at Chelsea in the reverse, the first game before this replay. They lost against Newcastle 3-1 at home, which already, I think that game against Newcastle, showed the limitations, the same ones that we saw last night again.
Well, they improved. They gave up 5 goals the first time, and then
but it's still quite similar in the way that they go behind and they don't really know how to react. They concede 2 close goals with each other, and there's the win against Sheffield United 5-0. I mean, you and I could play against Sheffield United and we would win too. So it's just not, I don't know. I'm a bit worried. They play United at home this weekend. A United team that is playing better, that is attacking better, scoring more goals. Remember one of Emery's, I think his first game even, was United at home when they had a great win and it really kick-started the Emery era. Let's see how they respond, because I really don't think it's an easy response after being so badly beaten by Chelsea. I know in the end it's 3-1, okay, but it's a bad performance from Villa.